Welcome to my channel, Guide to the Dungeons. On this channel, I will explain everything Dungeons & Dragons, including monsters, stats, skills, and abilities. My goal with this channel is to help you further your knowledge and understanding of D&D monsters, as well as how dungeons work in D&D. For my first video series, I will be explaining 3 beginner monsters, the Goblin, the Direwolf, and the Orc. I started the channel for a school project, but I hope it grows into something more. Originating from the Feywild, goblins are one of the most well-known monsters in Dungeons & Dragons and the fantasy genre. They are typically the first monster you will encounter in your first campaign. Goblins are small humanoid creatures, generally with greenish skin. They vary in height, normally being around 3 to 3.5 feet and weighing 40 to 45 pounds. They are upright creatures with long arms that reach down to their waist, with dull red or yellow eyes. Their alignment is neutral evil unless the goblin is a player or a specifically customized NPC by the Dungeon Master. They are almost always in a large group with other goblins and are excellent trap setters. Before I explain the goblin stats, let me explain what these stats exactly mean. Strength is a stat that controls the amount of force you can exert. For example, pushing, lifting, and carrying heavier objects. Dexterity controls how nimble you are with movement and your ability to keep quiet. Intelligence determines your ability to recall lore and magic. Wisdom determines your ability to detect another life form or spot a trap. Charisma measures your social ability and the force of your personality. Now that you understand what the goblin stats do, let's move on to what the goblin stats are. Basic goblins possess 8 strength with a -1 modifier, meaning they don't do a lot of damage. Goblins have 14 dexterity with a modifier of +2. This is unsurprising as they are small and versatile. They also have a constitution of 10 with no modifier. This will give the goblin about 7 hit points. That leaves intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, which in that order are 10, 8, and 8. Wisdom and charisma both have a -1 modifier. These low stats make the goblin perfect for low-level players. Goblins have a small variety of skills that aren't very unique. Their racial skills give them a +6 bonus in stealth, which makes sense for a small 3-foot creature. A goblin's only special ability is dark vision, which isn't even really special because every creature has it. Allows them to see up to 60 feet away in a dark room. Goblins are a really excellent beginner monster to use as they are not too strong for most players to handle. If you are a dungeon master, I would try not to overuse these monsters, as from my personal experience, it is very easy to do. The most important thing to remember as a dungeon master is these rules and guidelines are not set in stone, and you can always change things around to create more of a challenge for your players.